Okay, I got it back together. Still no fix, but maybe, I don't know if this sliding has anything to do with anything. Maybe if I slide that down, I'll get lucky and the lights will turn back on. But I put all my screws back in. These are with the star, so if you have a star-shaped screwdriver, or a kind of small one, what do I have here? Mine says T15. So, also, before I put this back in, I wanted to show you guys that there are the light bulbs that are easy to replace. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 light bulbs for all your different areas. And this one actually, this is what they look like, but they're not blue. This one came out of my Jaguar, but it's the same exact size. So I have what size is this? 6 millimeter. 6 millimeter fits it perfectly to unscrew them. I popped one out. I popped that one out and put it back in just to see if it was the same size. These ones are clear. I actually might purchase some more of those and put a clear one in my clock in the jack. But that's all it is. That's small. And so probably I would imagine for most cars it's going to be the same size because this is an 04 and my Jag is 99. Also has you could also take it out with a flathead screwdriver if you got the right size. But I would try and use a socket to keep it from stripping this cheap plastic. Anyway, I'm gonna put this back in now and show you how easy it really is. Okay, so here's what the inside of the truck looks like. With everything disconnected. Another thing is that the automatic door locks and stuff don't work when this is all disconnected. See, here's air conditioner vent. Just I didn't even disconnect the wires. It just snaps in there, snaps in there. There's another snap in there. I replaced this. These are the screws that hold the cluster back in. There's one there, one up here. You know, I take them out and I put them back so I don't lose them. This whole panel, I left everything, all the electronics connected to make my life easy. Just snaps in. The whole thing snaps right around the radio. So very easy. I'll have this back together in 5 minutes, and nobody will ever know that I took it apart, except for you guys. Here's the one screw I was talking about on my other video. The only screw for this thing. It right above that stupid hook, kind of pointless hook. Alright, so I'll get this back together. First thing we gotta do, put the key in the ignition, turn it, foot on the brake, and the selector lever down. And then we'll just fit that right back in place. But before we do that, I'll show you the wiring harnesses and stuff. Here's the wires. Clearly two different sizes, so impossible to mix that up. And right side, also different size. So we'll get those connected and then we'll pop this back into place. Here's another cool trick before I screw it all together. This is how you make sure it works. I got all my wiring harnesses plugged in, right? So I have to try and set this camera. What you do, hold the trip button in before you put the key in. Put the key in, turn it to the on position. Oh, but you see how my all my, except for the actual lights, the background lights, all my gauges did something there. So here, let's do it again. Key in, hold the trip button in, turn the key to the first position. See that? So you see that all the light bulbs, all those 10 light bulbs I just showed you, well, again, except for the backgrounds, that doesn't work. But everything else works. That's not, the lights don't work, baby. Okay, so that's all screwed in. This is where it belongs. That works. So then we have our cover. That snaps right in. So get that in place. There's actually a screw hole here and a screw hole here, and I didn't have any screws in there. So I'm thinking when I brought it into the dealer, they messed with it and didn't put it back together right. So just line that up there. And okay, there we are. It's in. See, even though the screw's missing, it's still snaps in. So that's in. There's a snap behind this. And there's a snap behind that. So then we take our air conditioner vent. Like I said, I already left the wires hooked up. Watch this. Boom. Again, I'll use my second hand to do that. But then we come over here and we lift this all up, just like that. And then I'll put the camera down and I'll snap it all in. Okay, there we have it. This is snapped in. It took me about 10 seconds of putting the camera down. Everything's good there. My ashtray has been missing because, well, it's not missing, it's in my house. One of the stupid plastic things broke. I gotta find another one. And then down here, there's two screws on the very bottom. There's one down here and one down here. And I found that there's no need to take them out because the top, there's a clip here and a clip here, and they just pop in. And that really wasn't in my way. So there we have it. Put our cigarette light back. And then again, we'll test the gauges. We'll hold that trip in, and voila, my gauges all work except for the stupid lights. Pretty cool trick, huh? Alright, so let's start her up. Didn't mess with my mileage. I didn't drive anywhere. I still have the same amount of miles. Low washer fluid. Turn my lights on, and I still have no lights. No interior lights. This is all because of some kind of module that's in there. Maybe it's that black box that I couldn't identify, but I don't know how to get that out yet. But what I'm gonna do, I almost have 70,000 miles, and the guy is selling one that has 70,000 miles on it. So I'm gonna plug his in, see what the mileage says, and whenever my mileage meets that mileage, I'll swap them out. But I want to keep it exactly what it is, so I'm not gonna mess with any of that kind of stuff. So looks good. Can't tell that anybody took anything apart, and everything works. So okay, I hope that was helpful. Shut my headlights off, and any questions, I might know the answer.